If you don't like getting geeky about glue up stuff, glue brushes specifically, then this is not the video for you. Still there? Cool. Glue ups can be stressful, so anything you can do ahead of time to make them a little bit easier is worth doing. Today, I want to share 3 workshop tips from the pages of Fine Woodworking magazine that I think you'll find useful in the shop. Tip number 1. From Fine Woodworking 266, Mike Sir of Westport, Massachusetts sent in. I buy cheap acid brushes in packs of 36 and use them for spreading glue. They work great, but always seem to drop some bristles in the glue joint. I've tried hammering the base of the brush, but the bristles still drop out. I recently found a better solution. Put just a drop of thin CA glue on both sides of the brush at the base of the bristles, and you won't lose a single one. To apply the glue, hold up the brush at an angle so the glue doesn't run down the tip and harden all the bristles. The thin CA glue is like water, so don't squeeze the bottle, just rub it along the bristles on both sides and let the glue soak into the ferrule area. I love this tip because I too like to buy cheap brushes, and I find myself frustrated trying to pick out lost bristles stuck in the freshly spread perfect layer of glue. To take things one step further and to really gussy up my glue brushes, I like to take a chisel and trim down the length of the bristles, giving me a brush with a stiffer feel that I found spreads glue more efficiently. Tip number 2. In Fine Woodworking issue number 233, Charlie Morrison of Powell River, British Columbia sent in, I recently completed a project with a large number of mortise and tenon joints, all of which had to be glued more or less simultaneously. I made a simple glue applicator from a slim piece of hardwood and a 12-inch pipe stem cleaner, available at most craft stores. Drill a small hole at the bottom of the stick, push a bit of the cleaner through it, and clinch. Wind the cleaner around the stick. Now drill another hole, push the tail end of the cleaner through it, and clinch. Just dip the applicator in the glue and spread it around. It works a lot faster than a brush, and the size can be customized to fit your mortises. I learned something similar to this from chairmaker Jeff Lefkowitz. He wraps a perfectly carved stick with cotton twine for gluing up mortises. I took a class with him and David Diard in 2017, and he gave each one of us students some perfectly made gluing up sticks. I put them on my desk at work and promptly lost them. I should remake some, and I think I'll try a pipe cleaner. Tip number 3. In Fine Woodworking issue number 230, Chip Ogg of Chittendale, Vermont writes, if you're not careful with your glue brush, you can wind up with a trail of unwanted glue spots on your work or your workbench. I solved this problem by taping a small rare earth magnet to my glue bottle to hold the brush temporarily during assembly. It avoids the mess and keeps the brush handy. I think this is simple and brilliant. I have no notes except to be pretty on brand for myself. I went and 3D printed a little glue bottle holder caddy thing. It fits my bottle of choice, which is a mustard bottle with a screw cap, which I really like because I don't lose them. And the glue bottle just sits right there, and then there's a hole for acid brush standing upright. And then right here, I embedded a magnet, and I have a little negative pocket there so that the brush bristles are suspended and don't touch anything when they're saturated with glue. I think it's a great way to keep things nice and neat. I'll put a link to the files in the description below if you want to print one for yourself. I'll also put a link to the bottle because I found it to be the perfect size for gluing up, and I really, like I said, I really like that screw top lid. If you want to find more tips like this, we've got 50 years worth now. We're coming up on 50 years of Fine Woodworking magazine. Some of the best woodworking content in the world. If you just can't get enough of it, head on over to finewoodworking.com and get an unlimited membership. It's more woodworking goodness than you can possibly handle. All right, we'll see you next time.